So, this video is going to be a little bit different than my typical stuff because I'm not playing a game. I want to tell a story that I've told I've told my girlfriend, I've told a few of my friends, but I want to make a video about it because I find it interesting. And it's still like it's stuck in my head sometimes. Every once in a while, I'll think about it, and it just puts me in a poor mental state. uh, One night, I just had a really, really bad nightmare. And I don't have a lot of nightmares. I don't have a lot of dreams. I usually just sleep, think of nothing, dream nothing, and then I wake up and, no dreams. That's it. But when I do have dreams and nightmares, they usually stand out a bit. And this one was the most vivid and scary one I've ever had. I've had nightmares before, and usually they're like some just weird or simple uh, that like still gets to me, but then I can like it's not bad. It doesn't traumatize me or anything. But this one got to me. So it got to me enough that when I woke from it, I had to go to school that day. I almost crashed my car multiple times on the 4 minute drive to school because I kept thinking about the dream while I was like driving and like zoning out. I wouldn't focus on the road and I would just almost go off the road. It was very scary, and I wasn't smart enough to think, oh, maybe I should not go to class today, or maybe I should like just walk and be a little bit late or something. I don't know. But when I woke up, I wrote it all down, like a lot of details in my phone, like it's everything I wrote when I woke up. um, so I'm gonna try to tell you the dream in full and like use this as a reference. I might just read from it if I lose my place because it's been a little while since this dream happened, like a month and a half ago. So I woke up at like 7 a.m., which is early for me. I wrote down like I woke up a little bit before 7 because like to me that's super early. But I realize now that I'm saying that and I'm about to put this on the internet that that's not really early. But I woke up a little bit before 7, and I wrote this all down. And okay, the dream starts in a house, a big house lit by warm like yellow lights, white walls, and there's it's very open. You can see the upstairs. Like there's no there's a you can walk upstairs and like also see it. Like there's a balcony between the floors. Like you can see it's open from upstairs to downstairs, and so it's very big and open, very open space, and pretty undecorated, just kind of simple house. And I am helping somebody, I don't know who, set up like interior Christmas decorations, like interior lights. And at some point, I think, all right, we got a bit done. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break. So I walk over to the bathroom. I sit on the toilet, and I start pondering on the toilet um, about my supposed in dream career in photography. And this a little bit relates to real life because I have some experience with photography, not anything professional at all. Like I've taken classes and I took a class. I was taking a class on photography during the time like when the stream happened. So maybe it was more thinking about that, like should I go for photography, should I not? And for some reason during this ponderation, if that's a word, I thought about two men who were also photographers. I don't know these men. Same as the person I was helping set up Christmas lights. I don't know these men, but I knew a little segment of a story of them. And I thought about them, and they were talking to a person that was like off screen, saying, you know what, we're just like not happy with this career in photography. We think we're gonna move on to better things. As if they were quitting a job, quitting their job in photography, and they had like hoodies on and like gray shirts, and they had short brown hair. They looked kind of similar. One of them was a little bit shorter than the other. And they had cameras like strapped around their neck, like a neck strap, camera hanging around their chest. Like that's what gave away that they were photographers. And then when I when I got up from the toilet, I was like done with the bathroom break. I walked out the door, turned to my right, and there was a white door. It just looked like it was cut out of the wall, basically. Like a rectangle in the wall with a knob. There was no door frame. There was nothing like. I mean, it was just that. There was like a door in a wall with nothing else. Very simple. It's a rectangle in a wall. I looked at it and stared at it for a second, and then I opened it. And there were those two guys just standing there on a balcony at night, overlooking, like, we're on the second or third floor. Just, like, it's snowing slightly, and I'm just looking at these two guys, and they look at me, just blank-faced, and I look at them, and then my dream cuts. And I don't know why, but I know that during this cut in the dream, before the next scene, I killed these two guys. I had the knowing that I did that without seeing it happen, without feeling or like experiencing it anyway. Before the next scene even started, I knew that I killed these two men. I don't know why I killed them. I don't know why I know that they killed them. I just know. I have the feeling that I killed them. And this thought of me killing them is fostered by the next scene, where I am standing on that balcony, and the snow has picked up a little bit. It's windy. It's from the perspective of a camera hanging from the doorknob of that door that I just walked through. So, walk through that door, I'm on the balcony, close that door, and one of the cameras, probably, of one of the two guys is hanging on the doorknob, pointing at me. And it's swaying back and forth in the wind because it's windy, it's snowing. And it's just pointing at me, and I am back up against the railing, leaned over with like a terrified look in my eyes. And anybody that I've told about this story, Trinity or Nick or like anybody at school that I talked to this about, because when I went to school that day, after almost crashing my car a couple times on the 4-minute drive, some of my friends were like, "You seem a little off today. You look a little quiet, and you just seem out of it." And I was like, "Yeah, I had a nightmare where I killed two people, and then, well, something else. I'll tell you in a second. I don't want to spoil this next part." So I killed these two guys, and it's from the perspective of the camera on the doorknob, swaying back and forth, snowing, windy. I'm there, and the look in my eyes, I always emphasize this when I tell the story. The look in my eyes, I cannot fully describe, because I looked terrified, like fucking horrified of what I just did. I can't believe myself. Like, I can't recreate the look in my eyes, because I was like, I don't know. I'm looking at myself in OBS right now. I'm trying to like recreate it, and I can't do it. I can never do it because it was like inhuman. It was uncanny in a sort of way. But my eyes just looked like they're staring in fear and disbelief of what I just did. And the whites in my eyes were glowing a little bit in the darkness of, being outside at night. And around my eyes, it was just like shadow, like shrouded in shadow. So like my eyes just like pierced through like the perspective. So I was staring at the camera, just like looking so terrified. And then I give a confession of these two murders. With the shakiest, like most scared voice, as if I'm about to like pass out or throw up, like I like stuttering like crazy. I can't remember exactly what I said or if I even had discernible words, but like in the same way I knew that I killed the two people, like I had the feeling, I knew that this part was me giving a confession. And then after I give the confession, the next part is another really weird part. I got up, I turned around, like facing away from the camera, out into the darkness, and I got up on the railings and I jumped. And the perspective of the camera, it followed me. Like, it went up to almost like a couple feet from my back and just followed me falling off the balcony. And I watched myself literally jump off, land on the ground, and die. And that was uncomfortable. This all was like the worst part of the dream, worst part of the nightmare, because like I saw myself killed. Well, I didn't see myself, but I knew that I killed two people, which I had never done in a dream, and then give a confession with such like believable emotions. Even though I said I looked inhuman, it was how I would think I would look if I just killed two people and was giving a confession. I like just the craziest emotions, like looking so fearful and in disbelief of what I just did. I wish I could describe it better, but I can't. And then seeing myself commit suicide off of a balcony, and I actually have to see myself. I had to see myself land, like fucking fall. It was, oh my god. I'm not easily like swayed by like, you know, scary things. I try to do scary games to get myself to actually get jump scared or feel, you know, intensity. I love doing horror games to try to find, you know, good ones, the ones that actually get me. This terrified me more than anything has ever terrified me in my life. I've never, like, and out of a dream, I never had such a vivid dream. But the next part of the dream is, it felt like I woke up, but I didn't. I was still in the dream, but it felt like I woke up. And I gotta consult my notes for a second. Now that I'm out of the dream, I'm kind of just doing, I can't remember what I was doing some sort of activities, not, you know, like playing baseball or anything, or playing video games or whatever. I'm just out doing stuff. I think it was at night. I'm just walking around with friends, like going around town, walking around a city or something, just, you know, wandering. And this is me thinking that I'm awake and just like normal, having a normal life. It doesn't look like my normal life, but, you know, I'm just living. And then I keep seeing things, hallucinating things that remind me of the dream within the dream, I guess. Remind me of the murders and the suicide and the confession. And I'm trying to think. I like flip through books and hallucinate the pages were just the door that I walked through to get to the balcony. Or I would just get a flash of an image that was the two guys looking at me through the doorway once I opened the door, and it was like super distorted, like the ghostly faces, all like big eyes, like empty, like soulless husks of almost people, just like staring at me through the doorway. And I would just see these, and it just made me paranoid within this dream. I kept like not wanting to go anywhere. I would like see the door itself and like around my environments and have these hallucinations, look through books and see those like drawings of these things. And after a little bit of that, I finally woke up and just like sat in my bed, sweating and like almost out of breath, just like staring, looking around, not knowing what to think, not knowing what to do. And I was like, I don't know anything else I don't know what to do other than just write this down. I couldn't think of anything else to do, so I just wrote this down. And I have a couple little drawings that I just sketched them, trying to capture like some of the more vivid images. They didn't turn out great because like once you wake up from a dream, it's hard to, even though a picture might have been vivid in your head, it's hard for me to get out, at least. But the first image I drew, put up now, is I was trying to capture the picture of the eye, like of me looking like terrified at the camera with like the glowing white to my eyes, and around it was all dark. And then the second picture was me trying to sketch what it looked like for that view through the doorway that I was hallucinating later that I see in a book or something. Like the two dudes, like one of them is peeking over around the corner, and one of them is just like staying there. And he's got the camera, and the eyes are just big and empty. You can see the railing behind them that later I had to climb over to jump. And yeah, it's not a good drawing, and it's not exactly what I saw, but just like I had to get it down. I had to have something to visualize to see it again, I guess, to get it out. I don't know. I was still kind of shaking when I got up, and I just like, okay, I have to like operate now, so I'll just get ready and then go to school later. Once I got on the road, I would zone out and almost run off the road. And in class, I was totally zoned out, not thinking about anything that was happening, barely participating in anything, not paying attention. And yeah, one of my friends, Anna, asked me. I don't know if she asked me or if I like brought it up because I knew I was being super quiet and out of it. But yeah, I was like, I had a nightmare last night where I killed 2 people and then recorded a confession video and then committed suicide. And her and a couple people around me, like I was just talking to her, but I didn't say it super quiet, so people just looked at me like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god. And I just like talked about it a little bit in class, and people were like, dude, oh my, what? That's fucking freaky. I was like, yeah, I'm still not doing great. And that, like the shaky, uncomfortable, still fearful feeling stuck with me for a couple days, and it still like bounces back to me every once in a while. Not super hard, but like I just think about like, oh no, that was such a bad dream, and that was such a bad day. Like I was so out of it that day. But yeah, I guess that's it for this video. I just want to talk about that because I think it's interesting, and I just want to tell it. I know it's a bit different from the usual gaming content, but no, that might be an interesting video. If you, I don't want to feel like a stereotype right now, but if you have nightmares like this that you want to tell me in the comments below. Like I would seriously, if anybody watches this video, for one, I don't if this gets any amount of views, and two, if you want to share a story about a nightmare or a dream, if like I want to hear stories about some crazy dreams, nightmares, scary ones, vivid ones, anything that stands out to you in that kind of topic. And I don't know, maybe if I get enough of them, I'll make a video talking about them, if you're okay with that. Maybe add a little asterisk to your comment saying, I'm okay with you talking about this on a video. I don't think I'll get enough people commenting to get a full video out of it, but if not, just put it there so I can read it, because I think they're interesting. Crap, I gotta do an outro again. I mean, thank you for watching this, and if you got to this point, thank you for watching all the way through, because most people don't. See you in the next video. Bye.